Great. So, what makes you stick to like woodland in particular? Is there just like, I mean, you said you like the woods and everything, but like versus doing like wildlife or I don't know if you do any macro, but like what makes you really stick to the woodlands besides, you know, what you're surrounded by, as you said?
Yeah. Um, Honestly, I love the woods. I love being outside. I love hiking, everything like that. One thing I think I enjoy most about woodland photography is the challenge of it. I'm sure both of you guys know uh, how difficult photography can be. Just because it's so complicated, you got all the
Mhm.
branches and trees and dead limbs and bushes and everything in the way. It's a
Yeah.
very complicated thing to do, and when you're trying to compose it can be very difficult. I love the challenge of that, and it's fun to try to find simple scenes within the woodland. Um, when it comes to wildlife photography, honestly, I don't really know why I don't do it. I love wildlife. I love watching it, but I guess I've just never really been to go out and photograph it. And macro stuff, I've never really gotten into that either, just because it's I don't know. I feel like it's more on the technical side. Um, Trust me, I love technical stuff. I love talking about camera gear, but I do not have the patience to like sit down with a tripod really close to a subject and focus on it for hours and
Mhm.
focus stack and post process that. I can't do that. But I can compose a woodland scene for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's on a bigger scale, I bet too. You know, macro's really dialed in. So I could agree. It's like if you get your focus, you have to get it pin sharp, and if you don't, you know, like there's more. I don't want to say there's more leeway, I think, with woodland in that aspect. If you're doing like a wider
Right.
angle scene,
Yeah.
you know, and you can choose your focal point. But like macro, it's like you have to be really just on point with it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like you picked probably one of the most challenging fields of like outdoor photography too, because with woodland, I mean, lighting's like very important as well, and so you're probably pretty limited on
Oh
like
yeah.
days you can shoot with all that.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I've been trying to do better on is going out in conditions that I'm not as comfortable with. So recently we've gotten a lot of fog, which I love fog when it comes to woodlands, as most people do. And but one thing I've been trying to work on is being able to photograph the woods in more difficult, let's say, lighting scenarios, like a sunny day, or I mean even a cloudy day can sometimes be difficult, just because it doesn't really give you the depth or the contrast within a scene. It makes everything look um, very similar, especially in the summertime when everything's green. There's no contrast within that, no separation. So that can also be pretty difficult. But it depends on the season and year. But that's something I've been trying to work on a lot, is lighting.
You've
I would definitely agree with Henry. It's like it's one of the I would say it's one of the more tricky ones too, subject matter wise. But yeah, especially if like shooting high noon or something in the woodland, it's just gonna be so spotty and just the contrast, light and shadow, it's all gonna be all over the place.
Oh yeah.